Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. We're continuing to review and compare devices, and I'll flash our schedule for the next couple of weeks. We have Oppo Reno 4Z, Xiaomi Mi 10 Lite, and the flagship Realme 8 Pro coming up. You can check these updates on our Twitter community at GadgetRevNow. Today we're granting another subscriber's request, and because we're unboxing, reviewing, and comparing other phones, you guys have to wait a bit, but it's here. This comparison goes to show that not everyone are into new phones, and some are considering older phones in 2021. Why not? On our left is 2018's Huawei P20 Pro that performs really well in making a return on our comparison video, and the Samsung S10e in 2019, which I compared with A70 and S20 FE few weeks back, and produces really awesome images and videos. For my friend and subscriber Hamza Farajovic, and for you guys out there, this is our camera comparison video of Huawei P20 Pro and Samsung S10e. We will compare both photos and videos to see what the difference are and who's better. Who will win? Hey, don't forget to subscribe, my friend. Let's go! Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. We're testing the audio of Huawei P20 Pro and Samsung S10e. Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. We're testing the audio of Huawei P20 Pro and Samsung S10e. On our first test, the audio, both phones are good, but I think Samsung S10e is clearer and louder, so S10e is the winner here. On our first image, I took a photo of our living room, and both phones are awesome. I just noticed two things. Samsung S10e is better in handling flaring. As you can see, there's a little bit of flaring on P20 Pro, and better in managing highlights, as you can see outside the window. So Samsung S10e is the winner here. Next image, I took a photo of our studio plant, and P20 Pro went to a more dramatic approach by crushing the blacks and applying blur. It's a little yellowish too, while Samsung S10e is natural looking. I love the natural look of S10e. If not for the blurry image, I think P20 Pro has a closer focus than S10e, so it's a tie for me. Next, I took a photo of my Toronto Raptors cap to check for saturation. If we zoom in, P20 Pro is more flattering because it's more saturated than Samsung S10e's natural look. This is a personal preference for me, so it's a tie again. Next is text sharpness. I took a photo of this writing, and if we zoom in, although a little darker, I think Huawei P20 Pro has the same sharpness compared to Samsung S10e. S10e is just better in making the image lighter and easier to read the text, so S10e is the winner here. Still talking about sharpness, I took a photo of the tree of this branch, and again, if we zoom in, same thing. I think S10e is lighter and preserve more information and details, and generally sharper than P20 Pro. So S10e is the winner here. Next is shadows. I took a photo of our fire pit, and if we zoom in, you will notice that S10e preserved more information on the shadows than P20 Pro. Again, S10e is the winner here. Next, I wanted to check for flaring, so I took a shot directly at the sun. On P20 Pro, there's a linear solid flaring, while S10e managed it better. Samsung S10e is a little edge on this, as the flaring on P20 Pro is a little distracting. So S10e is the winner here. Next is greenery and sky. I took a photo of our backyard tree, and I love the more saturated look of Huawei P20 Pro. If you've been to my channel, I love the more contrasty and colorful trees, as I think it's more lively. There's just a subtle difference on the sky. I know some of you would love the more natural look, but I'd go with P20 Pro. So P20 Pro is my winner here. Next, I took a photo of our apple tree, and both images looks amazing. But if we zoom in, I love the background blur and separation on Huawei P20 Pro, as it made the image more dramatic and professional. So Huawei P20 Pro is the winner here. Next is selfie camera portrait shots, and if you want to know how you would look good in any of these phones. If we zoom in, both are the same. P20 Pro is lighter, while S10e is sharper, natural looking, and has more details. Almost identical photos, so it's a tie for me. Next is rear camera portrait shots, and if you've been to my channel, I just shoot everything in one go. No second chances like real life photography situation. If I zoom in, I don't know, Huawei P20 Pro didn't look good on this. I'm not sure what light condition made my face washed out. I'm just shooting it on a well-lit environment. S10e is more consistent on all its photos, it's sharper and more pleasing, so S10e is the winner here. Next is night shots or low light condition. I took this photo with almost no light. If we zoom in, both phones preserve a good amount of details, but S10e is more saturated and colorful compared to the muted look of P20 Pro. So S10e is the winner here. Next is extreme dark condition. So P20 Pro is greenish while S10e is natural looking. I think you can see more on P20 Pro and smoother, while on S10e if we zoom in, although a little noisier, preserve more information as you can see on the Casio brand name. This is a personal preference depending on your situation, what you need, so it's a tie for me. And lastly, versatility. Both phones has regular wide but only S10e has ultra wide lens. It was countered by P20 Pro's dedicated zoom lens as S10e only uses digital cropping. Both of them only have two usable focal lengths, so it's a tie for me. P20 Pro versus S10e video test. We're checking the video stabilization and we're walking, and now we're running. Both phones are handheld. We're walking again, and now we're running. Everything is in default settings. We're checking the autofocus. Both of them are blazing fast. And we're checking the light variation. Which is better? One more time. Huawei P20 Pro and S10e selfie video recording test. Let me know which is better. This is against the light. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. P20 Pro versus S10e in low light condition. This is against the light. Let me know which is better. And this is in low light condition. And extreme dark conditions. So on video test, it's a tie on stabilization and autofocus. I think S10e is better managing the flaring and also has a better contrast in selfie recording. Both of them did really good on our low light and extreme dark condition test, but still S10e is the winner here. So what is GadgetRevNow's verdict? Huawei P20 Pro or Samsung S10e? Both are over 2 years now, but are still performing really well. Both takes awesome photos and videos. Huawei P20 Pro produces more dramatic looking images, more saturated and better in greenery and sky. While Samsung S10e is better in audio, better in handling flaring, better in managing highlights, natural looking and more consistent, better in portrait shots, better in low light and extreme dark conditions, and better in video recording capability. Honestly, you won't be disappointed owning any of these phones, but for the sake of this comparison test, we need to have a winner. On this camera comparison test, I think the winner is Samsung S10e for a few reasons. It is natural looking, more consistent, and takes better portrait shots. Low light shots is also better looking and has more details, and generally better in video and audio recording. While Huawei P20 Pro is also a winner if you like a more saturated and dramatic look, and I think it's also cheaper than S10e, and imagine the images you get out of it. Still, Samsung S10e is superior. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. We're posting videos of gadget reviews, comparisons, photography gears, and tips. The goal of this channel is to review and compare devices as simple as possible, concise, and friendly. Don't forget to drop your comment, like, and share. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.